Greetings everyone, Unpwned here, and today I want to talk about Ashes of Creation. This is a upcoming MMORPG that is currently scheduled to come out sometime in 2019. For many of us, older school gamers, and possibly even current day gamers, has given us high hopes and expectations. Over the last several years, we've seen many MMOs rise and fall repeatedly because of the same old thing. They either have lack of content, terrible balancing, or the main monster pay to win. During this video, I just want to go over some of the reasons why I'm excited for Ashes of Creation, and why it has even motivated me to start up my own guild and created a guild website to get prepared for this game. First reason, for an MMORPG, it looks beautiful. Now I know graphics aren't everything, but they do help. And let's face it, there are certain other Kickstarter games out there that look like they could be fun, but they also look like they were made in the 90s. Yeah. Another big reason, I'd say this is one of the biggest reasons, is the developers themselves. I've never come across a company or just a team of developers who are so involved with their community. The Intrepid team is constantly talking to us, nonstop. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, at 5 p.m. Central Time, they host roughly 1 hour live streams, and they will do Q&As with someone, and then sometimes show some gameplay, the pre-alpha gameplay, or like we just had a little trailer for the Predator class. And because of this, it's like a breath of fresh air to me. Because a lot of games, if you back, you might hear from the developers once a week. And if you do, it will usually be something very simple or just some patch notes or something. Whereas currently, just in the pre-alpha state, Intrepid has been so involved with us, asking opinions, answering questions. Lots of repeat questions, by the way. And just, they're very friendly, and they are... And when I'm listening to them talk in the live streams or the podcasts, you can feel their determination, their excitement, their motivation for this game. When they talk about they are gamers first before they were developers, and this is true. There are videos of many of them RPing in other MMOs and just having fun. So Ashes is going to be an MMORPG made by MMORPGers. And honestly, if this game goes the way that it's currently being projected, this could be the greatest, I think, MMO of all time. It's going to be with current, up-to-date technologies. It's going to have the old school mechanics that many of us love and miss. And that's just something we've always asked for and have never even came close to getting. Now, for the game itself, one of the big reasons it has interested me since December is the crafting and economy system. This system seems to be very similar to a current game that's about to come out in July called Albion Online. Albion Online, I enjoy. I'm not a fan of its combat. I'm not a fan of its graphics, but it is still very entertaining all because of the crafting and economy system. I love going on that game to collect resources, to process them, and then craft them and make money. So far, every beta I've gone on there just to see how rich I can get. And then, of course, play some PvP with friends. But it looks like Ashes is going to have a very similar setup, but they're also going to have a combat system that I will thoroughly enjoy. And the graphics, of course, like I said, and just the gameplay in general. It's not going to be a Diablo style aerial view type game. I'm interested to see the actual combat. I know they said it's a combination of tab targeting and freestyle movement. So I'm assuming it's going to be a mix of WoW and Terra or WildStar or something of that sort. So I'm very interested to see that. Going back on the economy, however, the crafting basically is going to be huge. So your artisan class, you're going to have a choice of gathering, processing what you gather, and then crafting what you process. And you will actually get to specialize in one of those three categories. There's only been little things released, so I know if you specialize in gathering, you're eventually going to be able to have auto gathering machines of some sort. And they stated that so if you have an iron node, you will be able to set up on this iron node and it will supply you with a steady stream of iron until that node depletes. And unlike other MMOs, when a node depletes on this game, there's a chance that it's going to be gone for a very long time, if not forever, which means you have to keep exploring, adventuring, find new areas, and that's what's awesome. I don't want to sit there and run a rotation around a certain path, mining nodes, fighting with other people that are also flying the same rotation of nodes. It's just repetitive. And I think that is one of the main things most of us are trying to stray away from, is the repetitive nature that MMOs have been going down. Doing the same thing over and over and over. I like variety. I like having something different to do every day I log on. I don't want to get on and know I'm going to kill 10,000 mobs for 5 hours straight to get some XP or some loot or some money. Like, I want to go in and adventure, find new things, explore. That sense of danger. Say you find a cave in this game and you go in there and there's for instance, a big demonic looking monster of some sort, and you don't know what level it is. And it's going to start chasing you. That sense of adventure and being scared and trying to get out of there because you have no idea that it exists. That's what's fun. That's like a really fun part of gaming for me. And that just doesn't really happen nowadays. Most of the MMOs, you just queue for a dungeon, you get people. 9 times out of 10, they're either completely overgeared and you just destroy the dungeon or raid, or nobody knows what they're doing and you wipe a few times and everyone leaves the group. And you don't even have to go to the dungeon, you just teleport there. That's another big thing. I would say that's number 4. Traveling. There's no fast travel. You're actually going to need to get on your horse and travel. It might not be a horse. It might be, an owlbear moth. There's no telling. But that was something that really lost the MMO feel to me, was when we started teleporting everywhere instead of traveling. Back in vanilla WoW when I played, that was one of the most fun things, was saying in chat to get people together for, say, RFK. You get a group together, you all mount up, and you would head to RFK, and guess what? There was a chance that there would be Alliance out there doing the same thing. Bam, you now have an open world PvP between two groups that want to do a dungeon. And it was the random chance of stuff like that happening. You don't really have that anymore anywhere. It's those were such fun days for me. Anyway, a fifth reason I'm excited is rarity and meaningful, as they like to say, meaningful conflict or meaningful interaction. There are going to be actual legendaries again, where not half of an entire guild has a legendary, not where almost everyone you come across has this legendary. There are actually going to be super rare drop items that maybe 1 out of 100 people are going to have a legendary. And that is exciting because then you always have that in your back of your mind. What if I get it? What if I can get a legendary? That's always been exciting. And you don't really get that anymore at all. At all. I think the latest stream, they even said there are going to be secrets. So maybe secret dungeons or secret treasure rooms. Who knows what exactly they were talking about. But they expect maybe 5 years of actual game time, and some of these secrets might not ever be found. And that excites me because that makes me want to go out. I want to get geared. I want to get groups of friends together, and I want to go exploring. I want to go find things. Like, who cares? And the people that are freaking out about it saying, oh, they're trying to take our money via the Kickstarter. No. The game is already self-funded. They already have their funding that they need to complete the game. The Kickstarter was for extras, to get things out faster, and to get the community involved, for the people who want to be more involved with the game to do so. They didn't have to start a Kickstarter, but they did so just because. It was not a need, it was a desire. Probably the last reason I'll go over why I'm excited for Ashes is the fact that everything in the game is going to be player created and affected. When we get in this game, there are not going to be cities, there are not going to be towns, there are not going to be safe zones. We are going to have to group up with our friends and our guilds, decide where we want to live, basically, and start doing things until the node levels up to level 1 and becomes an encampment. And then at that point, that is now our home, and will start getting quests. There will start being events. Like they stated, we'll have an encampment, and some of us go off and we find a graveyard. And because we start exploring that graveyard, it will trigger an event where an army of zombies are going to come spawning from this graveyard and walking towards the city to destroy it. And we, the players, have to come together and stop the zombies from destroying that encampment that we just got going, if we want to keep it. That blows my mind. That's going to be super fun. Like, that's just going to be so fun to me. Like, you get like a node. I'm hoping it'll be like some sort of a notice system. You know, the node that you are a part of is under attack by legions of undead. And you hop on your mount because you're out in the wilderness collecting wood or ore. And you get back to the city and you just see, hundreds of zombies walking across the field heading towards your encampment. And you see 20 or 30 other players trying to fend them off. And so you and your group hop in and you start helping. That's going to be awesome. That's got my blood pumping. That's got my adrenaline going. That's going to be so fun. And then there's also going to be the monster tokens. Now, I don't know how the monster tokens are going to be acquired. I believe they said if you partake in an event like that, and you succeed to defend the city, you'll get a monster token for that. But I know you do get some monster tokens for the KS, which basically the tokens are going to let you become one of the monsters that's attacking a city. And that's going to be pretty fun too. That'll be really fun. Now, you can't be a monster attacking your own city, but you'll be able to partake in an event that's attacking another city. I think that's pretty cool. That adds a little bit of zest to the game, so that way it's just something a little different to do. But I think I will end my rant here. I don't know if you want to call it a rant, but my reasons here. There are so many more reasons, but these were major ones for me. These were things that really got me hyped up, really confirmed with me that I was going to be a Kickstarter backer. And there's only so much more to look forward to. Every time they release more content or tell us a little bit more, or when the right questions are asked, we get a little bit more information, it's just more exciting. I haven't heard anything yet that is off-putting. The PvP system sounds good. The corruption system sounds good. The only thing I want to know is if it's possible for corrupted players. So say an entire guild wants to be that evil guild that goes around and kills people and takes their stuff. Will they be able to have a corrupted city? If a bunch of corrupted people level up a node, will that node be corrupted and be evil looking? I don't know. That's one of the questions I want to try and ask if I ever get the opportunity. I should for the Kickstarter. I believe I get to have one eventually, but don't know. That question might get asked before that time comes. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the game, or if you have any questions about the game. If I know the answers, I'll tell you. I will also leave a link in the description below for the guild I am currently starting. We're currently seeking everyone. It's going to be a PvX guild. We're looking for crafters, processors, fighters, PvPers, everything. I want to make a guild that's going to be able to do a little bit of everything and be able to participate in just about everything. I'm hoping that we can go and get a node going ourselves, or if we start alliances with another guild, we join forces and we start a city ourselves, and hopefully be one of the groups to get a metropolis. I heard it could take a few months, but that would be awesome. I would love to be one of the powerhouses on a server, be one of the top guilds, getting things done, having fun, making friends. That's what the genre is about. So, like I said, link in the description below. Take you to my website. If you haven't registered, I will also put a link below to go to the Ashes of Creation website where you can register. It's my referral link as well. So, yeah. Just so you know, I don't want to be one of those trying to sneak my referral links in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you next time.